Hello! What's up, everybody? Welcome in. I am Casey, the Guardian Oracle 33. What's up if you're new here? Welcome, everybody. So, we're gonna have to get to that water read, huh? That water read. It's like I was there, and then I set 2 lives today, and like I say, I always go where I'm guided, you know? So welcome in. Alright, I'm a psychic medium and intuitive. See the eyes. May you all be blessed. Thanks for coming in. Wade, Ambassador Casey, what's up, Wade? How's those galactic travels, my friend? I heard Route 66. Someday soon. That would be wonderful. Ashley! What's up? What's up, Buttercup? Alright, so I'm just writing up some channeled messages, letting everybody get in here. Into the blue. I heard that when I seen your name. Into the blue. Into the blue I go. I heard it feels like there's oceans between us. You know, somebody has, you know, right now I started either it's the heart chakra or within the chest. Somebody, when you're hearing this message, there's like this, I can feel my heart chakra just, it's like the body wisdom, your body taking on light, or you have this, it's from the soul, and it's resonating within the being. So whether this is like a nervousness, this is a very deep felt feeling. I heard Grandma Jean, February 2nd, Say Less, Celestial, the name Genie, and the name Guinea Pigs. Such a weird word. Berberdare. Berberdare's like Eve. Berberdare. Guess we better get going on down Berberdare. I heard catfish. Like big catfish, like noodling. Like noodling fish, you know. I can see a huge fish on somebody's arm. Sasquatch, Zelda. It's like this tribal energy that comes in. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels of the highest bright light. I call forth the light within myself to connect on a deeper level and pull forth that light and that energy through my own vessel. I call in the white light for protection, Archangel Michael. As I step aside. Just move into a channel, allow my being to relax. It's always nervous when you get on camera. Don't care who you are. A mouse. That's funny because I said guinea pigs and I just seen something crawl slow through the hay over here and it was a little mouse. I heard mouse trap. So lonesome for you. Why can't you be blue? Over first when I started drawing this, I don't know if this is like somebody's old chandelier. It's weird because today too, I was guided to wear this peacock earrings, and I was like, this is okay. We're going with the peacock. We're going with the peacock. But there's like some sort of chandelier. Like this reminds me of something that would be in the 70s, you know. And you know, remember when they were like knitted? Yeah, you ever had a knitted chandelier? I heard Free Bird, Thunderbird, Firebird. Somebody drives the Firebird. It's like a 69. I'm hearing 69 Camaro. Chevrolet, Chevy. Chevrolet. And I heard too when I started opening up Route 66. And Route 66, 69. I heard Griselda. Fucking Aunt Griselda's here, fuck. I said no fighting. You invited her. You invited Aunt Griselda. Shit, Aunt Judy's with her too, not Aunt Judy. She's a little snooty. She's got a snooty aunt. Ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. It's like a deeper meaning underneath that song for some reason. And they all go marching down to the ground to get out of the way. I also see like that sweat lodge energy. Somebody they're using it's such a beautiful light energy, because this energy of connecting deeper within yourself, like pulling things up, pulling yourself closer to this light within yourself, you know. You ever just looked yourself in the mirror and faced yourself, or had these conversations with yourself? Like, you ever looked in your mirror and fell in love with your own face and just your eyes, and like it's like you've seen somebody you've never seen in a long time when that light comes back in, and you know, when you feel like you want to break, then there's just something left in there, and it's like comes on this very, very high vibrational wave of just like unconditional love. It's like when you just fall into this light, you're just held by it. Every part of your being is deserving of love. I've got high hopes, high apple pie in the sky. Spying. Responsibilities. Review your responsibilities. Not all responsibilities are ours to hold. It's like somebody's hung on to that from this state of being, or in whatever way. Something they kind of carried with them. It almost is like carrying a little bit of extra weight around, a little. And I think that this is inwardly a deeper version of yourself, you know, that you're moving past. It's like have compassion for that part of yourself that was strong. That, you know, not just because you have shadow doesn't mean you're bad, okay? The I am that I am is all things. We're learning how to project that energy in a healthy, more evolved state of being. And the only way we can do that is go through hard things and make our way back to the beginning, where, you know, I feel so happy. I don't know what it is. She's standing on a beach and she's peering out into the ocean. There's so many colors of this rainbow colors and transformation. What is that? I don't know. Maybe somebody's like that too. Like, what is that? You know, when you just get this profound, like this profundity. It's this energy of being very, it's this lightheartedness. That's where this prosperity comes from. And it's like this connection that you have, like, okay, let me tell you this something really funny, right? I should have been on this live a long time ago. But even though that this is something, I can work time around that. If somebody needs me or asks me, or you know, there's people that, hey, can I talk to you for a second? And, you know, there's a lot of beautiful things that come from distractions, you know what I mean? I am the light, I am the shadow, you know, and that's what an alchemist does. And we are servants to, you know, the soul. to serve the soul, and in that way to bring forth, you know, the recognition of what we have within us, and it's not an obligation, it's a natural state of being. So it's connecting back to what that is. Passions and fires, yeah, it's that passion, that thing that drives you, you know, that voice and guidance. It's starting to get a little windy out here. I'm hearing Kratos, and I just heard, it's like a Ceratops, Crinology. What is Crinology? Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. Sometimes I watch it back and I'm like, dang. Hopefully the wind's not too bad. Chronology. Chronological order, chronology, putting things in order. Is that what it is? Chronology? What's a chronologist? What up, Claire V? Woohoo! You are so beautiful. I love you. What does? I think it is chronology. Chronology. It's coming through. Okay? So just pulling forth these things from within you. And you know what? I'm kind of being guided. Like, I was going to pull overall energy. But when I got out here, it's like, I heard it. You're being called to explore sharing knowledge, just insight, wisdom through written words, or that bring clarity and healing. Whether this is through written words, somebody here does something with words, like whether they can speed read. You know, I don't know. It's like collectively, I do feel like there's a lot of people that are coming out or have, like, I never had light language. I never had that. You know, and now. Yeah, even when it sounds like a Hispanic lady in the kitchen chewing her husband and children's ass, right? Que la chinga la madre, ven acá, porque se ve, you know, in there, it's, what's her name? Penelope Cruz is who I'm seeing right now. Excuse me. The name Cruz, too, and I kept seeing the name Grant. Okay, so there might be action coming from somebody with the name of Grant, or a grant that's coming through. There's something that you're going to really appreciate. What you've been through, you know, shows up as you've been held in the cosmic wombs, and you've gone beyond the illusions here. Being able to have this breakthrough through appreciation, it is definitely about the perseverance to go to these layers of yourself, right? You're seeing things on the outside, and you're dealing and having these interactions with other people, but truly it's like how you're going through them within your own being. It's like these, I don't know. It's just like being wrapped in a blanket of, like, it's love. It's so warm. It's light. It feels light like a cloud, you know? Knowing, though, that you still have, like, and I can feel it, it's like that hint of what you've been through, that struggle, like that streak, that dab of darkness that, you know, is like, hey, if we ever got to get into shit, bro, I'm here. Like, we're totally down to whoop some ass, right? You're like, no, settle down. I'll handle this. I'm the one wearing the white. That'll be all right. Sit down. Well, it's a universal language of love and light is what it is. And many people have it. Many people, especially too, I don't know what this is. And because, like, what I feel, what I'm experiencing in my body, like right now too, I would say, like somebody who has, you know, been on a lot of trips with the fun guys. I feel, and I'm sober. I feel as if, not quite the shrooms, but like I'm elevated at that level. It's light. It's the energy around. And like I can even feel like things coming off the back of my neck or the back of my, like energy just been heavy or dense, like move its way from my root. all the way, you know, to my throat chakra, in the back of my throat chakra and up through my crown, like maybe the back side. So vice versa deck. Okay. The golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. That's what it is. And it's, I didn't want to say rare gifts because, you know, it's so cliche with, you know, a lot of the readers that come up with that and never can go into that. And like rare is, it could even be the way that you come about it, or you came about it. It's like, it's not gonna look like everybody else, and let go of the expectation that it is. It's like you're pulling yourself closer to this. Look, the golden children, your inner child. It's like, look at these souls going into this portal, and it's like into the, I heard northern sun, the northern sun, northern hemisphere. I'm hearing the name Arlo. 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 So I got goosebumps. Like, I don't know. It's a soul. I don't know if that's something that's coming in, or Arlo. That could be a guide. Pulling yourself close. Every part of your being is deserving of love. And it's like, you're definitely... Look at these kids! Look at them go into this. It's like really in that inner child's sense of being here. They're going into that star. Yes, Claire's the tarot reader. By the way, sorry guys, I forgot to mention that. Claire V has her own child. Claire V has her own channel. It is her child. Aw, I love you. And it's a wonderful child. Why am I saying child? Girl, your ass better not be pregnant. Child. Maybe this is from the other side. Dude, they're holding each other around the waist, like... There's tenderness. Light in my life. So there's a child that's a light in life. It's your baby. It's your baby. Alright. Coming in hot. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for being here. I'm going to do this in a storyline because I feel like it's easier that way for me, because that's more like an authentic version of myself is, you know. So I'm going to put it in a storyline and just allow it to flow in whatever way. Alright, so it may feel like vice versa. It may feel like this is an inner part of you that you're battling with. You've been to battle with. This could be, I'm hearing rising to the occasion. Alright. There's like a very watcher energy too, of like somebody who's writing things down for spiritual purposes. I also want to reiterate too through these reads, you know, spirituality and religion, they're things that we can fall into. I'm not going to say a crutch, but it becomes our own savior, you know, it becomes our savior. And remember, it's the work that we're doing through those things, pulling forward through us, becoming that better person. Going in within the layers, and when sometimes there's such a structure, or gods or deities, or, you know, archangels, and everything literally has a name, you know, it's like going beyond that too, you know. I'm here, I started, when I moved my table over too, I started hearing sacrilegion. A sacrilegion. Sacrilegious. Sacrilegious, to sanctify. Does that sac in the sank go together? Is it a Sanko Sakra chakra? Did it come through your read too? I'm hearing Sri Lanka. It's such a funny word. Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka. Chicago. That's it. You're out of there. Chicago. Illinois. I've been channeling the name markup forever now. And I hear that too. And I also heard Chesapeake. Insidious. Jack. whatever's open, whatever's being worked through, wherever this energy, this stargate, it's within you. And it's because what's within you is also within the universe. And I can hear somebody's guides coming through and saying, you know, somebody, I don't know why I'm giggling. 244, 44 could be prominent. Somebody too, like, just be lighthearted, you know, just be lighthearted with your messages, or if you read for yourself. And it's like, I see these people, they're coming forth to the light, you know, look at them traveling. It's like something within them has been awakened, and it's because it looks like to me they're in a dimension. And if this is calling back or awakening, what's within you is also, you know, multi-dimensional. So it too goes with awakening. I'm hearing virtue to this virtue, becoming virtuous. Strong virtues. I heard magnificent morals. Magnificent morals. Okay, so there's an awakening here that these people are following, and they're oh my gosh, where they're going to. And self-examining, so this insight, right? Personal growth, like whatever this personal growth or this collective is, yourself, your being, your soul, because somebody here is like connects in that way. It's nothing outside of them. It's nothing outside of them. Like there might be attributes and things and have like, you know, quote unquote, you know, you could tell, you know, somebody likes their crystals and stuff like that, but somebody has, that's why that rare gift came out, all right? And that is, it has to do with your heart, okay? Because my heart was like, feels so open, and it feels so light. And being in that space, it's easy to navigate through. It's not a navigation, it's just a drawing. It's drawn, and you know, and you realize when it's open, and it's like all of these people are coming from to and fro. This is rare. For this to happen, for this to unfold, but we're going to see what that takes. This is energetically a very powerful manifestation and a very a crucial point in evolution. It has to do with sacred soul timing that comes out here, okay? Aquarius. Unique, open mind, and innovative. Uniqueness, okay? And unique and rare is like the most linear words. I'm hearing magnificent. Don't forget to say magnificent. We believe you are magnificent. The connection that you have within your, what you have, you know, say you go outside of your spirit guides and whatever, with your spirit guides quite a bit. You have to remember, because you're receiving these messages telepathically, so it's coming from within you. So you are, somebody's here is asking, like, yes, you have guides are other aspected versions of your soul, yourself, you know, and you're awakening to that. So wait till you see who's guided you. Like I read in the read last night, somebody's going to fall to their knees in the experience of this. And my hands are getting shaky, like a lot of energy. In this adoration, in this peace. And if you're asking your guides and you're going on it, whatever this is, an inner journey, you could even just walk into the living room and have this experience within your own self. Stand there, you know, it just comes onto you and you awaken to it. You know, I keep seeing it and hearing it. Spies in Asia, spies in Asia. It says Egypt. Spying Egypt. I just keep seeing that. Also hearing like prosecutor. All right. We're gonna do channel messages. Okay, we're going through with this. Okay, so what is it here? Archangel Metatron, Archangel Azrael, Archangel Uriel, Chiron, I heard of magnetic service. I know who's sitting in this room. You listen to Cryon, K-Y-R-O-N, the channel of Cryon, of magnetic service. All right. Channel, okay. Woo, that went right in there on the wax. That candle just blew out too. Wow. So we've got industry, local artisan. Somebody here is, let's just say this, if there's archaeologists, right, with the industry out here, and they've been studying something for a very long time, collecting a lot of data, all right? Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for hitting the like button. And they're very versed. I also heard versatile in their knowledge and wisdom. Okay, they have a lot of it. They've been doing this, you know, it's lineage. So maybe their grandfather or great-grandfather in whatever way did whatever this is, because it's with detail and it's some sort of sacred scribe. It's symbols that are being drawn into whatever it looks like clay pottery, all right? There's sacred symbols here. And it says local artists, a local artist through some sort of industry. All right, and it's talking about pulling yourself closer. There's something that has caught that you, or whatever you're doing, or your energy's going, there is a realization. I heard coming to the forefront. Sacred. You're saying sacred. Very sacred. Unfolding. It says mystic, mystical, mystic. I heard the mystic tattoo. The mystic tattoo. But this is in ink, so there's writings or drawings that are coming forth here that somebody has studied for a very long time, and you're showing up now. Look, it says writer, so they're saying yes, that does have to do with writing or anything in ink. I heard ink blot. Okay, look at this. This is a spiritual writer. This is a call to share your writings, to share your insights, to share your wisdom and knowledge. I feel so deeply too. There's a traveler, an ocean traveler, a pirate, okay? So there's somebody who travels or explores. See, this is there is an observation energy that understands that whatever you've done, they're observing, they're understanding, or they know. This person has spent a lifetime in whatever this is. They watch, they've seen, or they're pursuing or are pursuing something that you have written or have done here that you brought back. And I'm talking about, I'm hearing calligraphy. Okay. Kuan Yin comes out. I have some cards that fell over there. Bring clarity and healing. I was like, I'm not going to get it, and I heard get up and get the cards. I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want to get up. Okay, I'm getting up. I was on my way out here earlier, and on my way out here, I brought my table over here now to get out of the wind up here against the shop so my cards weren't blowing everywhere, and I shit you not. This card comes flying out. It's sitting on a bunch of my cards go off of this my channel deck, right, that I often use, and it says better late than never. You're unique. So okay, I see why they're saying that. So I was laid out here, absolutely. So then this shows up and I see a smiley face. Now I wrote these. Okay, so this is like working with this enlightened action of like maybe you're not on time, but just like you wait till you find out it's you. Is it you I'm looking for? Is it you? You know, this yourself. There is a very strong connection that somebody has, and there's a resemblance in their beauty on the outside. It is also representative of the beauty on the inside. You know, it says town beauty on here. Somebody here could be separated by distance here in the love. Deposer. I don't know what deposer means, and it has to do with the government. Better late than never. Okay, so you want me to read from that. Enlightened action. These flew off the table. You are enough. 38 is 11. You do not have to give more. So it's like Two Eyes listening to Cindy. I'm not sure what read it was on Awakened Journey of Light. Damn it, I forgot her channel name. She just changed it again. Are you coming to the sea? To the sea. It's not the sea, it's the tree. The tree, the birds, the tree. Alright, are you coming to this tree? Some of your guides are guiding you out to a sacred place, to a place that you've been or that you feel called to. You're coming fully as you are, to this tree. This could be metaphorically or esoterically, in whatever way. You have an interesting dialogue with your spirit guide, somebody here, because they're really funny. Just the way they're like, because I looked back up and it said better late than never, and here she is, finally vulnerable, naked, and coming into the light, right? That's within her. It's like going on this journey with it, and look at all those birds. Caw! That's what I heard. It's about time. You don't have to give more. I need to get more rocks. Alright, I'm gonna go with this. Chat messages. I feel like I'm having a hard time getting into this energy, but I feel like child messages want to come out first for whatever reason, because there is something that you do that's beautiful, that you bring forth, that's your own way, that's unique. Whatever this energy is that's prospering, I do feel so very much like it has to do with pulling yourself closer to the love of the cosmos. Wow, shit. Somebody sees stuff like out of the corner. I thought that mouse was up here on my piece of paper, but it was that teepee or lampshade thing that I drew, sitting right there, waving in the wind, and a fly crawled out of it. So I was like, what the hell? Maybe somebody is like, what the hell? Maybe seeing something. Destined union of 2 star seeds at the bottom of the deck. I got another tiny little bug. Get out of here, buddy. Alright, so whatever it is that's opening this portal, I just want to look at what it is that has. I have seen that will unfold. Well-informed wisdom keeper. So the wisdom. A wise person. Okay, so a wise person who has some sort of writings here. Spiritual writings, or is called to do these writings, has done something or is being seen in whatever way. I see compassionate male out here and calm. There's a very generous energy here. And it would be something that a lot of people would see, like if you're painting a mural on the downtown side of a building, it's like something like that. But the what you put on there and the way you do it, the sacred symbol, it's like it hasn't been seen. Except for and that brings me back to this next point, is like Kabbalah, believe it or not, Kabbalah was actually one of the very first scripts that were ever written to man in that way of religion. And basically what they would do is they would call on things outside of themselves, basically in a way to manipulate it, or their seances. It was a lot of hums, but it was calling on outward things to create a change. This is not that. This is something that's within somebody here, and it has to do with their wisdom. Like, there's a script that you have in whatever way it is. Whether you've already written this, it's been handed down, it's natural. They're showing me how I awaken to light language. It's something I never thought I would have it. I used to pray for tongues all the time when I went to church, all the time, and I hung on to spirituality through, just myself, like whatever these supernatural experiences that I was having, and I clung to that. And I don't know, I don't know how. I know Ashley Johnson has it too, and it is you often wonder, how, because it's something that wakes up inside of you here, and it is, and whatever it is, it's waking somebody up, the way that they're being able to look at it. I'm hearing ancient, like, geology. geology, like geography. It is a beautiful breeze. Is it geology? Okay, maybe that's there. All right, because so there could be somebody who has beautiful art, does beautiful art, somebody who's in an industry or doing something in some way. Okay, so we have a wounded healer out here with the owl. Rare gifts. Okay, so there's a rare gift. And I want to say too, it feels like only you could tap into this, because this energy, you'd have to be in that light energy and airy. You said air, the air and the nice breeze. The name Stefan or Stephanie could be prominent here. Okay. I see a great transformation. Tell me more about this energy. A book has answers. You gotta be kidding me. Out of this whole deck, I don't have many like that. Book has answers, and I'm sitting here talking about writing, and I see an Egyptian spy. Egyptian spy. And I see the Page of Swords. Okay, so this book has answers, huh? This writer, somebody that's being called creativity is key. Okay, so this brings in motivation. Whatever this is, like, and I'm seeing like somebody who exercises, works out, motivation comes out. The golden children, okay, rare gifts. Maybe somebody got this gift, like I see somebody actually like pass out after exerting themselves, like doing a deadlift, and you could be spiritual, and like, you know, when you get that, there was a blockage or something that's released within like your spinal column or whatever it is. It was almost like a Kundalini awakening through power lift is what I'm hearing. That's funny. It would say power lift, right? All right. You have a huge part on many levels of awakening others, Lumeria. And as I got on here, I was listening to Lumerian beautiful meditation, ambient music too, and it was really about pulling closer to this. New Earth energy. Time traveler. As soon as I picked up that card, it said New Earth energy, and it has a slash. It was like somebody... Yes. So yes, about the time traveling, you know, through this portal that's open here. Look at this portal. So through this portal here, there's a wise person that has a book with answers, all right? This is so crazy. And it's like that energy is like, this is crazy. Because of so you have to remember, I experience telepathy with my guides. That's how I communicate, through the mind, okay? So as I'm even speaking to you, I'm already communicating with them. And I'm a great multitasker, but I'm not that good. But somehow I'm communicating on 2 different levels right now, synchronistically. Book has answers. Book, Mystical Martian Oracle. Okay, energy. I see your soul glow, the one meant for you. What the hell? Whatever this energy is, it's okay. I'm just going to put this in a story. You are a writer. There's a writer. There's somebody here that has a very, very unique gift, and whatever it is that they have opened up or they have the wisdom on. Whether you've written this book, he's plain as day holding a book. Book has answers. I didn't say the book. If it's the book, if I write the book, then I know it's the Bible. It just says book has answers. I see your glow. Somebody's watching something that's being read here. Scripted, script writer, or whatever way. It's like maybe you're a movie creator or a content creator in whatever way, you know, it's like, but this feels deeper than that. This really does. Tell me more. It says drugs. This does look like a counselor, like a spiritual counselor. The one meant for you. Drugs. And I did say too, I felt like when I got on here, I felt like I was tripping on shrooms. Of course, I haven't taken any shrooms, psilocybin, if you will, but I had that feeling. You know, I was very lucid, you would say, within my own being. So some sort of altered state here. Why the drugs? Drugs come out for the one meant for you. So I'm not sure if this is another person, because I am seeing wisdom. Maybe something has been brought about. Oh, somebody's used or done something that put them on their awakening, where that portal opened like that. The one meant for you. Drugs, wisdom. Book has answers. New earth energy, I see you glow. As you walk through a space, you naturally send light spirals to others. What is going on? Because you've been where drugs are, or in those spaces, you know. I also seen prostitute out here. Maybe somebody was a prostitute or did things like that. For whatever reasons, or have gotten out of a way of life. There's somebody's having a self-reflection here. This is crazy. And like maybe while you were down and out, or you were going through those times, you wrote in books. And there is sacred writings that you have, or things within that book, or those, pages that was written. And something about what is written down is somebody else is going to interpret or see it for what it truly is. This could have to do with esotericism, okay? Being esoteric. I'm also hearing vigilante. Dude, I swear I'm like going in and out of realms right now. I'm looking right there, and see, I am seeing things like that aren't in this layer of reality right now. My face, like the electromagnetic field around my face is unreal. Pulling all the spirals of the lights from the trees and stuff. Like, it's so interesting. I've never been in a reading where I'm experiencing this now. I'm experiencing this now. So these experiences that are happening, they're profound. Okay? So shit that would make you feel crazy, right? Drugs. Maybe somebody's feeling delusional or something on drugs. Somebody's going through a book of 12 steps. I see, as you walk through a space, you naturally send spirals of light that come out here. Okay, what is the one meant for you mean? I see the King of Cups up here, a mature, passionate male. Somebody who's generous, family-oriented, alright? Something great is on the way, the one meant for you, and drugs. You are making great progress on your journey. Hold the light. So somebody has gone through that, or has been a past drug addict in whatever way, dude. For that to come out in a book has answers, just like these writings. There was a reason that you had gone through something and gained a specific experience, but notating it too, because maybe you didn't have anybody to talk to, so you have these writings or drawings. Somebody is now either gained, I'm hearing opposition, has gained, I'm hearing gainful employment. Can I finish the sentence? Somebody lingers on what you say, or in whatever way is trying to combat that, argue that. There's an opposition here. Maybe somebody is going to try to use something on the book, on record, with drugs here. You have a huge part on many levels of awakening others, right? So that Lemurian energy, and to go into that space. Bro, that card, did you guys see that card? Just go back a little bit. Just go over. Struggles with appearance, okay? So struggles with appearance. So maybe somebody's visibly, like, you can see that they're on drugs, or if they're tweaking, they're all sucked up, or their mental capacity, or if they're on, like, I heard benzo, and I think that's like a class of medication that benzo, it's like anxiety, I think, right? A wounded healer. Okay, so struggles with appearance. A wounded healer that struggles with appearance, and maybe even perhaps drugs. Okay, in whatever way this is. This book has answers, and it says, pull yourself close. Every part of your being deserves to be loved. So it's like even this part of you that is, or has used, or in whatever way this is still a part of the sacred soul timing here. I got alcohol too, bro, at the top of the deck. Drugs and alcohol. Book has answers. Struggles with appearance. Struggles with appearance, and they keep showing me that. And this does look like somebody's taking a closer look here at something, right? Because with one of those things that would like magnify it so you could see it closer and move it around. And I keep seeing, like, I had that spy energy. And the Seven of Swords that's out. Drugs and alcohol. Okay, now I feel like we're getting into more of the storyline. Okay, so now we're able to get into the truth of the energy, or where this energy is stored at. I am becoming a better person. Absolutely. There's a recovery here that somebody's having. Finding out the truth crushed me. So I don't know what this truth is, or the truth that somebody does drugs and alcohol, or in whatever way. And I see we will be together again in reverse. Okay, so appreciate the light in my life. And it does feel like, because this open portal, like I can't dismiss that here. I can't dismiss this light, this opening that has come through whatever this use, this experience that somebody came and had here. On that there was seeds planted. Okay, February just keeps coming out to me for some reason. February 7th. And see how everybody's going into those portals, everybody's going into those lights. Maybe you're somebody who's a counselor too, because with the King of Cups, that sometimes is a counselor. There is, see, it said a wounded healer. For you to be able to heal something, or you would have to know, go through that modality within your own being, correct? You would have to go through that within your own being to really, because it's like being a veteran, right? And somebody's like, you know, you've been to war and a bunch of people have been blown up. That's like me trying to say, you know, it's going to be okay. You know, I can try to soothe and comfort somebody, but I can never understand what somebody has grown through. This is why they went to drugs and alcohol, because there's just a sense of them trying to understand their own self. Because I don't know what I fucking need. I keep hearing that. Like, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. Children. The golden children, the inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. And I want to say too, it is very natural for high vibrational beings, those that carry the essence of different realms, right? Different levels of awakening soul. This came over alcohol, flipped over. Pull yourself close. Every part of you deserves. So alcohol stayed up here. That was weird that it just blew over. Hold the light. Okay, so whatever you're doing or you're going through, I see your glow. Somebody has seen you glow through whatever drugs or alcohol or whatever you've grown from here. You're using that modality to do some, to maybe you've dismissed your own writings. It's starting to get really windy too. Tell me more on this for the highest good of all. Working with ET, higher counsel for the highest good. Bro. Whoa. So it needs to control emotions. So maybe through drugs or alcohol here. And I see hospital. Extra weight in life. So I feel like too, somebody could have gotten really down a path with like letting their self go with drugs and alcohol. Because that's why that struggle with appearance comes out here. And I'm seeing like a woman in reverse, you know. Working for the highest good. ET, higher council of light. Book has answers. New earth energy. Wow, this in the middle really feels like it's for extraterrestrial to come out right now. I'm seeing the mystical Martian oracle deck. Okay, so we're gonna go to that. Needs to control emotions. Activation light codes. Loving and caring soul here to help. Whoa, bro. Set yourself free. So you know these beings are like, we want to work with you, but you need to set yourself free of some sort of drugs and alcohol. Set yourself free. Anything else from them? You're highly connected to ancient wisdom. Shush it, man. And it's like you would hide the key to that ancient wisdom and knowledge, right? Because it's something that's stored within you, and it's been hidden beneath those things as you go through whatever. I heard a karmic return, or coming here to evolve from certain aspected, coming here to retrieve aspects of your soul through whatever you've given your power to, right? Person, place, or thing. And as you start to love on yourself more, you naturally call back that power because you become self-aware. It's where your innate being starts to meld with your physical being, and you have this overwhelming unconditional love for yourself and the mistakes and what you've been through. And just like looking back now, there's going to be so many people that have encountered you or knew you at a certain place and time in life. Man, you're highly connected to this wisdom, and you hid the key within that because it's like, because it is a rare or unique gift, whatever these writings are. And I'm going to pull on that too and get into that, but I'm just saying, you've probably gone through life feeling so misunderstood, because I see the scales of balance. Libra could be prominent here. Miscommunication and different vibration and frequency here. some way there's been, I heard touchdown on base. There's been a connection. Energy of an ascended master within. Bro! As somebody who's, lost, because of my traumas, I fell into drugs and alcohol at one point too, and was able to, oh man, it's still, not to stay sober, but the climb to the self-evolution I've had within that. Without those things, like, man, I was so unawakened and so unaware. And that's the other thing too, it's like your ability to meet people where they're at and find balance, peace, and harmonious stance is like true benevolence too. That's I heard executed through your being. That's why people like, I see your glow. People that you brought people to the light. It was a seed. It's just the way. This motivation, dude. And I want to say too, like, you've got people even where they're wanting to work out or exercise, or they have the energy to do that now, because it says as you walk through a space, you naturally send light spirals to others. It's like this motivator energy too that comes through this process of self-evolution that you are melding within your own being. This natural state of I see car accident out here, and coffee. Yes, I would like a cup of coffee. And I see love. Somebody was targeted here, struggling to be still. Dude, I heard a hit and run. So much growth, congratulations. See, that's what somebody just taps in. I want to say too, like, I know because I am a psychic medium and an intuitive, everybody has their own unique gifts, and there's many to open up for you still. Like, if you've been asking for something, know it's already within you. If you're calling on it and you have that intuitive inkling or something that comes to your mind, you're connected to whatever that is. Now, look at it for the highest good of all. Is it serving you? Is it not? If it's something, you'll know. Like, just because certain things are labeled bad, drinking, I've gone into the bar plenty of times and have been able to, women, old men, old women, people who have lost loved ones, or have a tear in their beer, or people that are just down and out. I've just been happy and been able, and being a medium at a bar sucks too, because I get a bunch of calls the next day like, can I do a reading with you? And I was like, oh, it can happen just because you're in a bar and they're like, that's bad, you're a sinner, get on your knees, put ashes on your head, your rags, you're made magnificent. You call forth from within your being. Nobody's there, that church isn't there, you know what I mean? It's you. You're the one that has the physical vessel to move things. You adapt with the will of your higher self, and that it's love, man. And that's the only way that wisdom comes through there. I promise you. You can try to gain it, obtain it, read as many books, use as many, move energy, but if it's not connected to from within you, you've got to really ask yourself, what purposes are you doing it for? It's about sharing that experience too with that rider out here, ascended master energy. So I want to go back, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, I want to go back to that spot in the reading where we were talking about somebody observing or seeing a unique energy, a rarity, a sunflower. Sweetest of the sunflowers, how you're the sun to me. I've seen PTSD, trauma response. Okay, so somebody has 322s on the back as well. I heard somebody has an appointment at that time. Past life is surfacing for somebody here. And it says tribe. So you could be with your family at tribe or tribal members here. A very deep knowing. This is like somebody's like, is this shit real? It's like, yes, there's a very deep knowing that somebody has out here. A very blissful time is near, pertaining to what? What's this bliss? You're beautiful. You're beautiful, that's for sure. That won't ever change. You're lovely, and that's for sure. A very blissful time is near. So somebody's mental illness is suffering. And, bad news bears. I hate saying this. I do, and I'm sorry, but like somebody who's very sick in the head, okay, in whatever way this is, they could just have multiple personality disorder, some sort of very, like, this person would do cruel things to others, hurt them. you know, in not the right state of mind, or an extreme in situation of frustration. Like, as soon as things gets hard, somebody's integrity goes out, and that could have to do with the drugs and the alcohol too. Every moment has magic in it to be rediscovered. Struggling with old patterns. So, like, I'm telling you, man, like, just on a side note, there is somebody here that struggles with a parent, struggles with drugs and addiction. Maybe you're being called, like, if you know this person, like, reach out, or, you know, help somebody with the PTSD. But I also am like, car accident, I don't know, something like just jerk the wheel into a god dang bridge incontinent, a deep desire, whoa, so, like, I'm targeted, car accident targeted in that. So I don't know if somebody's like playing on, like, their mental psyche's fucked right now. Somebody is like delusional or out of wits, or like they're not doing good. They're not doing good. Helping lost souls. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like, wherever you've been or wherever you're at, it was this call. And maybe even then, people couldn't fucking stand you, right? But now they're watching. Now they're listening. Now they're reading your writings, or now they're remembering you. They're remembering these moments or things that you shared with them, because through their struggle, even after you, there was something that was seeded within them. Maybe they've wrote a lot of writings. There's something about writings. The timing will be perfect. 1212, I love you. The name Amanda could be prominent as well. Rooster. You're meant to be on stage speaking. I said, like, whatever this is, look at this leadership energy. My right ear is, I'm being very, very, staying very, very close to me right now. Friendly beings, okay? Let's go to the mystical Martian. Timing will be perfect. 1212. What time is it? 1:51. I can see 51 non-stop. Children in play. Wisdom keeper. The timing will be perfect. 1212. Okay, so they're like, stop looking in here. I already told you. Okay, you won't. Is this resonating with any of you guys? This is just like a... I guess if you haven't walked the path you really don't understand, or if you've struggled with something in a way that, you know, has kind of taken away your light, but within that, like, you've also gained the experience too, or like the tumultuousness, like your soul goes for, you know, I heard whiskey bent and hell bound. But you want to conquer something within that shadow aspect of yourself. You want to get into that, and you understand why you did it, or what came through that. Somebody had opened a portal within their mind through these chemicals, or whatever this was that allowed this sacred timing again. 2029 is going to be prominent, as well as February 9th. There's a lot of February out here. That's Aquarius. Dude, Aquarius is right underneath that card too. January 20th to February 18th. Take an unusual path. Innovate, unique, and open mind. There's that unique again, did we not? Very soon, things are happening fast, so be ready to move. Speed, agility, and quickness. See, somebody is like working out, or like spiritually fit. Spiritually fit here. It's a hummingbird. It's a hummingbird. I don't think drinking hides the pain of shit. I think it just distracts the mind to where, and honestly, for a lot of people who are using it for, you know, instead of just gathering around with friends and hanging out and being able to have a good time, you know, I was one of those. I used to drink a shitload of Kraken back in the day, dude. A shitload of Kraken. And, yeah. Kraken and Sprite back, man. And I would just, and I didn't give two shits. And I was about a mean motherfucker, too. Mean-spirited. Like, there's parts of me that came out so unhealed. My sisters have videos of when I was fucked up back, like 7 years ago. And I look at that person who I am now, and I adore her. You know, like, she was so... I ran to what I've seen in my life, you know, with my mother drinking and, you know, being around alcoholics, you know, I ran to the thing that I seen, and obviously I knew it didn't work, but fuck it, at that point you're like, let's be pieces of shit together. You want to fucking fuck up, I'll fuck you know what I mean? And you adopt it, and sometimes it's not, everything starts in whatever way that, you know, we have addictive personalities, but I will say also too, like with the mind altering things, you have to remember that just as things can be used for bad, they can also be used for good. What is your intention? Like, self-discovery within alcohol goes deep. A lot of purging and crying, like a lot of strong men that they weep more when they're drunk. Like at first maybe it was anger for a bunch of years, and now they're just sat bags. They cry. You know, there's a lot of guilt, there's a lot of shame, but that pride's still there, and not allowing the heart to connect with the mind and to the body, and understand that sometimes we lose things. Sometimes we do things that aren't right, and there's no going back. It's understanding you get one shot to be a good man or a good woman, and that's it. And you know, somebody hasn't had to restart over a shitload of times in life, you know, or hasn't in a very long time, and is now in some way starting back over, whether it's home, person, place, thing, their own self, going back to the drawing board. Somebody's like got the issue with the drugs and alcohol, or has, and you know, repeatedly, but there's inner wisdom that came from that. My grandmother passed away, and I was using amphetamines at the time, and I made it. I had a good friend who, you know, I made it to Washington. I wasn't going to go, you know, I was just going to be another sadness and a reason for me to use. And I made it. We drove all the way up there just in time, and she wanted to talk to me before she passed away. She held my hand while I held her hand, sang to her. And then, you know, my big sister was there, and as she was getting ready to pass away, I kept seeing the same numbers on her machines and stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. And then through my awakening, I realized, you know, why I'd made it there. That after that, I would never be the same. In 2020, when my grandmother passed away, it was just, I was at such a crippled state of my being. My family seeing me, you know what I mean, when you just try to do your drugs and fucking hide away, and you don't have to see anybody else until you're done, you know, going through your shit. Yeah, well, that wasn't happening. So you know, the humility and the things that I've, knowing other people knew, you know, I was hurting, and more or less it was judging that I was using instead of how can I help you, you know, and understanding that people use things and go to things like that because there's an emptiness within them. And I don't think it hides anything. For me, it brought everything to the surface. I couldn't hide from anything. I couldn't hide from my use. I started having telepathy, and that's when I was like, okay, I'm coming down. I'm done on this fucking trip. And even after that, the flow of life, like I could still experience it, the telepathy, the psychic abilities, like that. If I hadn't done that, that never would have, maybe it would have, I don't know. But I was sober in church, freaking praying for a long time, struggling just to, and then I finally let my hair down, and I said, fuck it, fuck everybody. Fuck everybody but me. Man, I had it up to here. I got no ceilings to go. I mean, for real. Fuck how you feel. Fuck your 2 cents if it ain't going towards the bill. I wake up celebrating like a... Why? I don't even know the rest of the words. I know this is coming to my mind right now. But it's different when you do it for yourself. When you're in there and it's like you know nobody's coming. You know who you can... Your boundaries get stronger. I got the eye of a tiger, a fighter, and you're gonna hear me roar. It's like, just come back. And that's like, what if you didn't go through that, you don't even know how many people you're gonna pull out. And it's not like saying, look, I'm a user too. You're not your basic, you're gifted healing people. You were once wounded. Even the healer needs a healer. And the healer that I'm talking to is one that's doing this through self-discovery. Just like you will now be able to help people not to follow a certain thing. And I don't know how you do it. Like I said, it's a very rare gift. It's the way that it's your presence and the frequency at which you vibrate that heals. Like as soon as I got on this read, my heart chakra said, ooh. Felt, still do. Love, compassion, connection, open-mindedness, awareness, fluidity, benevolence, artistry. And it's like a lot of starseeds and a lot of people will go to drugs and alcohol because they are they're super empaths and they feel everything. So numbing those senses sometimes also too does, you know, it dulls the senses. But you know, this is a song of a victory. There's a victory here that somebody's gonna have. There's definitely alcohol. I'm gonna say that. Look at Kings of Cups. Like there's alcohol here. But there is a very discerning, there's clarity that comes through here for somebody. Alright, so how is this? I want to, let's see, let's go like this. Okay, for this read, I'm going to do yes or no. Spirit guides. It's on the cards, yes or no. Is this person still currently in addiction to both drugs and alcohol? I see no, but we'll see. This person's still currently into drugs and alcohol. Somebody could too have like been really beautiful and then like lost their way through drugs and alcohol here. Yes, this person is. This person's in apathy. So somebody here still not seeing. See, their eyes are focused on those cups too. Somebody's like, can't wait to drink or have that drink, or, you know, there's something here with alcohol. I just want to say that, okay. Is there somebody here who's still using drugs for this read? Who's looking for guidance and wisdom? And I don't want to maybe. I want it to pop all the way out. So somebody's like, maybe somebody hides what they use or what they do, or in whatever way. Let's see. No. So somebody's done off drugs. Maybe there was even a death here, an OD, an overdose that really cleaned somebody's act up, or got close to it, or a near-death experience where they put it down. They're done with it. Spiritual transformation. Somebody is spiritually evolved through that. That's a perfect card to come out for that. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Because this does have to do with like some sort of partnership or unity, and they both have a glass. So maybe, you know, there was something that was shared. I see Cancer out here. It's like this unity with yourself. See the healing. See the healing symbol right there in the middle. So good for you. I mean, if you've given up hard drugs or whatever it is that kept you from your responsibilities, because I've seen that too, to review your responsibilities, what's yours and what's not. And a lot of times we take on shit that's not ours, and then we'll turn it into a habit. And it's super easy to do as a human, right? We're flesh. So when we can lean on our own spirit and that light within us, right? Not to go to somebody else to watch a tarot reading, because you know, that's great to get information, but really to sit with yourself and just say like, Case, what do you need? What, you know, I know there's something bugging us, so what are you trying to show me? What are you guiding me to? You know, and I just sit there and just allow yourself to be. Breathe deep into your stomach, hold it at the top, blow it out, do it 6 times in a row, and then just sit there. But somebody's like, no, they make quick, snappy reactions. They refuse offers. Somebody here has been in stagnation, all right, or in some sort of disillusion. I told you that. So maybe whoever this alcoholic is, because too, look at there could be Aquarius here. Look, it's like by the pitcher. Somebody drinks a lot of wine, a lot of booze. I don't know, I seem like a magic potion too. Like somebody could have put something to where somebody's addiction would kill them or come on to them, or if they've manifested that, like somebody's threatened, like you'll die an alcoholic in whatever way, all right? Wisdom Keeper, enlightened. Okay, so somebody's becoming enlightened about this. And you know what's sad too is like, if this person, if this is you and you're getting sober or you're going back to that, like your artistry, your creativity, you get that back. And it's like, once you went into the spirit of Alkun, which is alcohol, right? You were able to dredge something up from within you, a very deep shadow aspect that you wouldn't have been able to really allow yourself to dig into the depths of in a sober mind, because there's that brain that says, no, fuck it, you know, and sometimes we get a little more ambition to allow ourselves to get into a rabbit hole, but there's something within that, right? And that's where this rarity, whatever it is, uniqueness, something that you've discovered, somebody draw sacred geometry. They do the same patterns or patterns over and over again. Look at him, he's doing the patterns. I mean, my whole arm is filled with my own symbols and synchronicities, and I wouldn't say synchronicities, my own scribe, okay? And then some way, whatever, going through this death or this darkness or through that spirit of Alkun, there was something else that came forth from that. So what was that came forward out of that death? I see freedom and learning on this card right here. Freedom and learning, Sagittarius time, November 22nd to December 21st. Explore uncharted territory. So somebody went into something very dark. Or just something for the collective too, like to retrieve these souls or aspects, or planted these seeds while you were down there in the shadow or in the underworld doing this work, sitting in a bar, you know, helping others through their stuff in whatever way, just how you transformed or something, you were being used as a vessel to see light. And your soul knows who and what time it is. You know, I heard what time it is. Okay, so through this death, how are you feeling now? Nurturing. Dude, I'm telling you. So now there's this mature, emotional, there's this strong, loving warmth about you. I said it. So that's that energy that I was feeling like on a cloud. It's like the best freaking drug is love. And Blue Ridge Rider wrote that earlier. Straight up. He wrote that on one of my comments. Love is the best drug. And I was like, hell yeah, dude. Shit, for the longest time, you know, when you share, you know, you make love to somebody that you feel very connected to, even like orgasming at that, I mean, that's a beautiful drug too, and especially like when you start to awaken and then you share that with somebody in a different way. It just changes, like, because the way that you appreciate your body and you don't allow other people to come into that space, you know. Sometimes we do things we normally wouldn't do if we were sober, that's for sure. You know what I mean? And there's some sort of nurturing that comes through that. I see loyal, you know? It's like you've been loyal to, even if you were still or are, struggles with appearance. Okay, so somebody struggles, that card just spun again right here. That's interesting. Okay, struggling with appearance. Okay, I see an advisor. Okay, so there could be an advisor here, or, ooh, this just popped out to me. Somebody who works within an industry, okay. I see a wounded healer. So somebody actually is in a position of authority right now, or teaching, or leading, or training, and they hold a position here. Okay, as a spiritual enlightenment or soul searching, somebody's having a deep self-reflection about what they're teaching or how they're doing it, because there is some sort of consequence or truth or honesty that needs to come from that. Cause and effect in life lessons. And I also do want to say too, somebody holds a position that's actually you'll be moving into. I hear a predecessor. That you're a predecessor of this specific it's a job title, you know, in some ways. Somebody knows you're getting closer to as well. Yep, independence and wealth, like success. Whatever you do or you're starting, you would have never moved into it or gotten into it, or, you know, let the walls down on how you felt about yourself or touched into this mastery energy, because you didn't put it on everybody else or what they did to you. You took it in within yourself, what was yours, what wasn't. Ask the light. Show me what's mine. You know what you said, what you did. You know what wasn't working, what wasn't right, and how you played into that in whatever way. And as you grow in wisdom, if you don't know, now you know. 22, as I say this. Keeping your eyes on self-evolution, maybe not always knowing what it looked like through that process of changing or letting go of like having to react to somebody's, you know, rage baiting or their bullshit, and being able to, you know, and not know why you still think about somebody. So the heartstrings or the energy, like I just felt that pull through my stomach too. Instantly felt that as soon as I said that. And it's like, why do I feel connected to you when you're so fucked up, right? But what you didn't realize is that in those times, like, you seeded and planted things within this awakening that this person, or because I said that they're looking at you as some sort of writing, something they haven't seen in a very long time. But look at all these souls that are coming to this portal that's been open, and the portal today was through the heart, and that's where this wisdom's coming from. And somebody understands that it is very authentic at the core of what it is and where it's coming from. Without a doubt, this is an outpouring of love and experience. So this is very much about a spiritual awakening that comes through here. And let's go to the extraterrestrial guide. Extraterrestrial guide, the Mystic Martian Oracle deck. I was going to say the deck what did I say? The extraterrestrial guide? Alright, see what happens when you get in the channel? Yes, I do. 244. 44 again over here on the sacrifice. Hi, Galactic Federation. The Galactic Federation and Viscus. Alright. Let's look into this a little bit more. I see that this portal and this energy is opening, and I'm just trying to understand what sort of frequency is coming through for that too. I heard something to disperse here. All right. Solitude, independence, and peace. Wow. Somebody here is a vegetarian too, you know, very diplomatic. It doesn't feel like you're like Switzerland. Somebody here is in the state of peace or wanting peace. They don't get into the conflicts of others, or, you know, you understand how very independent in where you go to. Like, there could be, like I said, with this uniqueness, only because of this independence. All right, but you're doing this from a happy, faithful, loyal place. Oh my gosh, romance, soulmates, and empathy. There's two people here and there's two people here on this deck. I do feel like somebody here has ignited something within many lovers, many of those that they've loved, children. It's like you don't understand how much somebody actually does appreciate your guidance, or how much somebody does feel or see the changes that you've made or through your walk. And like, even if they've struggled with the same thing where you are now, they're like, man, I don't know what it is that you say, but it's got me thinking, it's got me thinking different things or realizing things, and it's part of the divine. You just say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Very independent, absolutely, like very independent energy is where this is led to. And it's like being sovereign in the soul. Not being conformed by certain beliefs, because even if it is a spiritual belief or it is a religious belief, we have to remember that that's why we have these towers, because our world becomes built off of towers, that build up. And it's great to build things, but you have to remember, we build things to leave a legacy and we move on. None of that goes with you. So while you're there, make it a peaceful place. Make it a place that you would want to raise your children, or where you would want to be, or be the lover that you would like to have. Be the conversationalist. Be the interesting, if you love something about somebody and you admire something, or you have this, I heard vendetta or jealousy around something, remember, it's also, see, somebody's reflecting now about independence and kindness. This, I would say, without a doubt, somebody here has very much, I heard conquer, I don't know if that's the right word to say, I heard it, overcame the obstacles within the lower part of their body. Their lower, whether that is the lower part of their body, whether it's the hips, knees, back, whatever it is, but it does feel like emotionally. Somebody now can get into their emotions and they love it. It's like now it's where their sacred space is. When I say get into emotions, I'm not talking about who did what, made you feel this way. It's like, I understand that I'm human. I understand that I have emotions. Without emotions, I wouldn't have emotional intelligence. Without that, I wouldn't be able to connect to other people. So yeah, you have to go through some of these things so that you can be this observer and understand when you're around somebody, what part of your chakra centers are feeling out of balance, or your heart opens, or what kind of intuitive thoughts that aren't judgment come forth when you're around other people. That's what that's what this is about. It's becoming aware of your play in other people's lives here. And at the same time, it's like, even if you're not somebody who's thinking about, how you affect other people, there's many people in your life, and sometimes like just not being there for somebody could really put somebody in other detriments that they're not supposed to be in at that point. You know what I mean? And maybe for those that came to be there for somebody this lifetime, they weren't there for you, and it has to do with coming here to be put in a similar situation to see if you could grow or evolve from it, if you could change, if you could maintain a loyalty to yourself and hold strong boundaries. And still, it's this independent energy that you have. That's the gateway. That's what opens up this ginormous fucking portal for many other people, whether it is now or in the future. It's on a different planet to open up. This is through the higher star chakra. This is through the enlightened aspect of the being, as well as being melded and grounded through the elemental energies. What's guiding this? What's guiding this at this time? Hey girl, hey! Shadow work. What's up, Elise? Hi, beautiful. Shadow work, self-work. Alright, if you guys want to hang out for just a second, my beautiful daughters just got off of the bus, so give me a second. Look, earth element comes out too. Alright, just 1 second. No, I moved my stuff over here. I was like 2 hours late and it pops out. Better late than never. Yeah. Julian, so there's... Can you give me a second? Okay.
Okay, I'll get more.
Alright guys, I'm gonna put the video on pause. I've got to do something on my phone real fast for one of my children, so if you guys want to hang out, I will finish what's brought this through, you know, what's crowning this, which is the shadow work here. So, I will be back here in just a minute. Yeah. Alright, I gotta see. Alright, I'm back. I don't know why I can't see my comments. Be safe, I love you. I don't know why I can't see my comments. Can you guys see me? I cannot see my comments at all. I can't see you guys. I can't see you guys. Man, and this was getting good too. I'm cranky.